And that's all this is we're not teaching you to flinch. We're teaching you to convert the flinch. If I'm standing in line in a movie with you, and this is the evolution of personal defense. Your first reaction is primal. The next movement is protective, and the next movement is tactical. If you have a tactical imperative, you're going to protect your family, protect yourself. So we're standing in line, and I stick a pin in your. I'm just your buddy. I'm playing a practical joke, and I stick a pin in your back. You're going to go, what the fuck was that? And I giggle. And you go, dude, that wasn't funny. I don't like that. And I poke you again. You're going to. When I go to poke you this time, you're going to push me, and you're going to go, hey, I told. Well, the first two were primal. The last one was protective. Now I go to do it, and you go, whop, and you hit me, you went tactical. So what happens when I try to hit the batter on home plate and I whip the ball at him? He flinches, he turns around, he goes, hey, and then he charges the plate. He goes primal, protective, tactical. So that is a natural evolution of somebody with any territorial imperative that's going to protect their property, their family, their life. When an ambush happens, it attacks us at the amygdala limbic level. It's the reactive brain, and we all know neuroscientifically that the reactive brain bypasses the cognitive brain. So I could say, and I tell guys this, like when we train police officers, they're always indexing their weapon with their strong hand. So for example, if you were a cop and you got your gun there, right? So we're over here like this. So show it to the audience. No, but like keep it in the holster. Yeah. Just so you're the police officer like that. Okay. You're handing me back my ID on the street. You're going to hand it back with your sport hand. So I grab it here, go boom, and I throw the shot here. This guy thinks like you would have never. You're really fast. You would have never got that if I threw the punch. No. It's just impossible. It's stimulus response, reaction time gap. That's not going to happen. So I tell people this: if you can analyze, if you can reverse engineer where that ambush is going to happen, what you're going to do is figure out how are you going to jam the problem. The concept here is then this: be nonviolent posture here, sir. Have a nice day, and hand back the ID with the gun you would need, with the hand you would need to get your gun on. Now people go, that's counterintuitive. I wouldn't do that. Well, I'm saying if we look at the totality of the scenario, not your ego, not your pride, not your fear, the reality is at this range, handing back my ID, you could never get the gun out, even from a shitty punch. So what you want to do is predispose yourself to have access to startle flinch. Right. So what would happen is just be very relaxed here. I take this back, and then you see all these furtive gestures, so you go, oh fuck, boom, hit me. Now you can get your gun pretty easily, and now you're in a speed rock position, right? Or if I'm on top of you, or you're charging the guy and pressing at him. But what you've done is you've allowed access to your gun by intercepting the intention of the attack. Right. Well, how does that turn into this high volume training? What we do is listen, all fights are dangerous. The most dangerous fight is the ambush. So what you need to do is, we ended each lecture this week with one slide that said, are you training for your next fight or are you training for your last fight? And how do you train for your next fight? That's you going, well, I've done my dry fire, I've done my this, so you're a shooter, you've done all these exercises, and you go, you know what? These are all great drills because I'm the sniper. I'm going beep, and I'm doing whatever the sequence is that, Mike emailed me, a training lesson plan. I'm doing it. That's great. Now, what we do is okay, what happens if I get attacked while I'm cleaning my weapon? It's inoperable. What happens if I have a catastrophic malfunction? What if I turn around, the guy's got a gun here, and I'm like, whoa, and I want to go to my gun, but I know if I do this, he's just going to go bang, 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 bang. I need to get away from the little hole. If we know that a stimulus being introduced too quickly will produce a micro flinch or a major flinch, we need to look at how do I convert that flinch, but not just flinch and go to my gun, because flinching is relative to, remember the ASAP model, suddenness, aggression, and proximity. Right. So if I hear, and I always use this, it's funny you told me about the raccoon story, is I use that example in all my lectures where I say, if you're taking out the garbage, and you're all dressed in your SWAT gear, and you're taking out the garbage, and it's like, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, early shift, and you walk in and you hear something in the bushes, you do this, you lower your center of gravity, and then you look around, and then like an animal skirts out, and your cross-extension reflex locked up on the bags, because that's another thing that happens if you're holding shit and you're tightening it. Yeah. So I tell people, if you got a flashlight and ID in somebody's hand, and he goes to hit you, you're going to flinch, and you're going to flinch produces this violent contraction in your body for a microsecond. You will not do this draw exercise. Your body has to say, release that shit, or throw it at the bad guy, or smash him with it, and then get to your weapon. Those are the drills. the dexterity drills, the coordination drills, the tap rack, all that stuff. That's the foundation.
That was great.
No, it's wherever you throw it in. But what we need to recognize is all fights are dangerous. The most dangerous fight is the ambush. What is the ambush going to produce in my behavior, my physiology, my kinesiology? So we had guys like, everyone's always, ready to do this, right? Like that type of, oh, I'll get my hand here, I'm getting ready to go. And, so we do a drill where I whip balls at them, like Nerf balls and shit like that. And I go, pretend this is a fucking bowling ball, because if not, I'll get a bowling ball, right? And I whip it at guys, and they're like this. And what they've got to do is I make them freeze from how they intercepted, a tennis ball coming at them. So I might go whip and throw the tennis ball here, and your hands go here. And then I say, freeze right there, okay, now draw. And guys are like from this weird oblique position, they're not nearly as fast.
Totally, but I think that's what I'm kind of driving at there. Is like, because let's say, just bring it down to everyone. Like,
yep.
We got 5 minutes in the morning,
yep.
10 minutes in the morning. All right, whatever. I'm a little bit early. I'm dry right here at the cert pistol. I want to do a little bit of panic scary draw. I can always do the standard, coming up and whatever. But
right.
Well, that's like I said, that's part of the best training.
Right.
I mean? So. Would you suggest this like have my wife throw something at me?
That could be one thing.
This work, the hands are like different.
That would be realistic too.
Yeah.
If you had your wife throwing something.
It happens every morning. Yeah.
Little joke there. No, you could do that, but you could also, like, for example, what I want you to do is pretend you turn the corner. So I'll do shit like this. And here's what happened. I turned around and go, whoa, and I just dropped down here. What did I turn around and I saw a guy with a pool cue or a baseball bat or a machete coming over my head. So I just want you to stand here like and turn and pick up this threat coming from over here, fucking guy swinging at you, and I want you to just go, whoa, and duck and get out of the way and freeze wherever you are. Just visualize.
It'd be like,
okay? Yeah. Now from here, from this position, you're stuck in a confined space.
Right.
Now from here, draw your weapon. Right. And you see how you missed it? The first one?
Well, actually, that was a sweep to clear.
The first, the second?
Yeah, clear like the
Oh, beautiful.
We'll say it again.
I like that. Then it was perfect.
Well, but
let's edit that.
Edit it out.
Okay, but don't edit it. But
from that, that makes sense.
I'd never seen that, so that was cool.
Yeah, it's technically.
You don't want to grab your shirt.
I clear it both hands.
Yeah.
Gross. It's like both hands scoop, come up, and then I come down. It's much more reliable.
Yeah.
Some people go like, well, you're right.
That's great. Hey, listen, failure is the mother of invention. And so clearly I'd have probably screwed it up because I don't practice concealed carry, right? Don't let all my enemies know that. But so do that again. So visualize really fast. So now don't pose that.
Yeah.
And so what you would do is, like, you're training alone. Look at the difference how I move and the way you move. I'm standing there. Whoa, shit! I close my eyes. I threw my body away. My calves are up and moving. And now do your.
Okay.
But
so I'm looking.
Okay. Now, if the guy was still coming at you, that's your next. So what you did is, like, for 5 minutes you might do that, but what you might also have to do is do some circular movement, some angular movement, because he's swinging at you, right?
Right.
But then at some point, so visualize this.
Okay.
I turn around, you lock and load a baseball bat. So you're just holding it. I don't see you there. I open the drapes, and you go, okay? So don't step in. So we're going to be at a frame here, and I just want to show it. And I got my back to the wall. And so I open the drapes, there's the bat. Whoa! My hands come up, and now you swing it. So I want to do this, right? But we know that if you're swinging that, I'm going to nail it. So my body wants to go to the gun because I know, hey, don't bring a bat to a gunfight. Right? So we got to watch out for that shit. So now, let's say, as I open it, you start to swing there, and I go, start to swing. I do this, okay? And it goes over me. Am I going to do this here? It depends on the room, but what I want to train guys to do is this. I open up, there's that, oh shit, boom, micro flinch, outside 90, finger splayed, drive that in and hit the guy. Or if I pick it up late, because remember, your active brain can't override your cognitive brain, I do this, and now you swing it, and it's going shit, and I do this. Yeah. I want to train myself to do this,
right?
And right, I want to. So these are the things that you're. All I'm talking about is being authentic. Yeah.